From the first time that I saw you, I was taken by surprise. You had more than just four colors. I could not believe my eyes. Your sample playback capabilities were just the best. And when I saw your resolution, wow, I was impressed. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a gal pal. We're in it to the end. I can tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. I love when you get serious with desktop publishing. Digital painting, girl, well, you are number one. When nothing quite will hit the spot, you're awesome at coding. And when we chill and play together, there's always the most fun. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a gal pal. We're in it to the end. I can tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. When I turn you off, when I push your buttons, I always feel sorry the next day. I wish I could be with you every hour. I love it when you light up. It makes me feel so good. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a gal pal. We're in it to the end. I can tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a gal pal. We're in it to the end. I can tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. 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 Inside my heart.
Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody's doing well today. Hello, hello, hello. I am here. Yeah, so this happy today or whatever, I don't know. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing moderately well. I think I've had like a bit of a sniffly thing going on and whatever, and which is like affecting my eyes slightly. I mean, they're better than they have been, but this one is got like a little bit of a drippy drippy tap on it. So if I'm doing this a lot, you know why. So yeah, there is that. There is also, I'm pointing the right way, yay! 50-50 chance really, but I was fairly sure that was the right way. We have this over here, which is a little thing that Starly made, I think last stream, because obviously I did stream on Sunday because I wasn't feeling so good with the whole itchy eyes and thing. But yeah, the last stream when we were doing the music stream was Starly made this, and she put it in the Discord on the stream, but I didn't actually show it, so here it is, and I hope that she's not too sad about it not being shown on the stream, but it's there. I suppose before we get to the issue at hand, yes, the new Minecraft update is going to be coming out with the Warden and such like that next week. Yes, in 6 days' time. So that's going to be exciting. Hopefully we can get things set up for obviously not this weekend, but next weekend, to be able to have a look around in a world and see where the scary things lie and that. But we'll have to see. I mean, as I said, I can't guarantee that we'll be able to do, or at least me and Starly will be able to do that. Because I know that she's got a little bit busy and stuff like that, so if she doesn't have the chance to, then that's fine. But yeah, one way or another, I think I shall be looking at it. But yeah, we will see closer to the time. I think exactly how things go there. So yeah, that is all the pre-waffle. I know. So I bet you're wondering why this stream is called a nice issue. I could have got a nice stream, but it's not the stream that's nice so much. It's the issue at hand, which is this one. And why is this such a nice issue? Well, it is, of course, issue 69. And, if I didn't put it in the title, if I didn't mention it, other people would certainly have mentioned it, and probably still will. But yes, so we have a nice issue here, and hopefully there's some nice stuff inside it. Will we find out some more about the Commodore buyout and stuff like that? I don't think we do. And over the following year, because we're in the March of this particular year here now, over the coming year, because I did a little flick through the 1995 ones to see, kind of get an overall idea of what happened, and we do get some news and some stuff happens and stuff like that, but we're still kind of, well, I would say all quiet, but it's probably not quiet, or probably wasn't quiet in the whole Commodore UK and other parts and stuff like that. So yeah, that is why this is a nice issue. I think, as I said last time, we don't have the thingy, the Amiga Format backstage thing, which tells us what's on the subscriber disk and possibly how to run it, which is a shame, because for this particular issue, there's a thing on the subscriber disk because I don't know how to run. I don't know if there's any Amiga experts in the audience, or there will be at the time. But yeah, I can't figure out how to run it, but we'll get to that when we get to that. The alternate title for this stream was going to be something like, is the Amiga a Photoshop? Because we do have a thing here which is Photogenics, the best image processor ever. Judge yourself right now, do it. Because they have it's on one of the coverdisks, a little demo version of it, or basically the full version without saving, I think, is on the cover disc here. And it's not, as easy as nowadays. A full version of an art program without saving would be like, oh, let's just take a screenshot of that. But no, in this day and age, that wasn't quite as easy to do, I don't think. But yeah, so what we can do then is we can go on to our normal waffle before the big thing, the big number 69 issue. We can have a look and see what was happening in March of 1995. A lot of things I haven't featured in this look over what happened in March of 1995, because a lot of not good things and a lot of boring things happened. Possibly the not good things outweigh the boring things. So if you want a depressing read, oh gosh, wow, it looks like Harry Styles is doing pretty well on the singles charts here. It's illegal to have 3 singles out at the same time, isn't it, surely? Obviously, in the age of digital downloads and those being counted, that's understandable, really, isn't it? But anyway, we have, still at the top here, Think Twice by Celine Dion. The newest the thing on here is the Wake Up Boo. Here, so it's the Wake Up, It's a Beautiful Morning. A song goes like that. What else do we have? Down here, Faith No More, Dig in the Grave. I don't think I know that one. I mean, I think I maybe know like 1 or 2 songs by Faith No More. Oh yeah, Radiohead here, High and Dry and Planet Telex. So yeah, that definitely was a big thing. I didn't realise it was just at number 17, but then of course it's a rock or alt rock kind of thing here. So I'm guessing that's why it didn't really pop right up to the top here. But yeah, Radiohead really jumping in and doing well. Obviously, the previous album to this was the one with Creep On, so they already had a bit of a name for themselves, and here they are following up with a pretty good album. I have the album. I've listened to the album quite a few times. I enjoy most or all of the songs on the album. So yeah, we have that there. We have Des'ree with "You Gotta Be Something, Gotta Be Something, Gotta Be Someone Else." I don't know all the lyrics to that, obviously. We have Dodgy with the Kick Horns with Making the Most Of. Sophie B. Hawkins, As I Lay Me Down. Maury Canty with Yeke Yeke or Yiki Yiki, I don't know how to pronounce that. We have Glam Metal Detectives, which is a good name. Everybody Up. I have half an idea that I've heard that, or at least heard of it before. We have Aaliyah with Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Indeed. Even though the age I am at the moment is quite a good number. We have Rockford Files with You Sexy Dancer. The Cranberries with I Can't Be With You. Sparked with When I Kiss You, I Hear Charlie. Now, what pops to my head is, Charlie says you shouldn't kiss people who you don't know. But it's probably not that. We have MC Spidey and Friends. Oh, it's the Amazing Spider-Man, so MC Spidey. Oh dear. That's got to be bad, right? We have the Brand New Heavies with Close to You. I don't know if that's a cover, but there we go. We have Scarface featuring Ice Cube with Hand of the Dead Body. Interesting. Extreme with Hip Today. Let's see what else we have on here. Clubhouse featuring Carl with Nowhere Land. Outrage with Tall and Handsome. Gravediggers 6 Feet Deep EP. Salad, Drink the Elixir. We have Suede with New Generation. And we have Flavor with No Matter What You Do, I'm Gonna Get. Gonna get what? Gonna get a PlayStation? Probably not. Cyndi Lauper, I'm Gonna Be Strong. Hooligans featuring Be Real with Hooligans. United Future Organisation with United Future Airlines. Stone Roses, Love Spreads. Yes, I think we mentioned that when it previously came up on the chart here. American Music Club with Can You Help Me? Can you please help a poor girl? Anyway, I got distracted there. Palm Skin Productions with The Beast. Pato Bantam, Baby Come Back, coming back, but not very high on the charts. Belly with Now Let's Sleep. Jane Collins, No Turning Back. And a couple of other re-releases here. Let's go back up to the top here then. We have still Celine Dion at the top here with Think Twice. I don't think we saw Wet 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 on the chart, or at least I wasn't paying attention to Wet 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 being on the chart, so I think they've dropped off now. We have Turn On, Tune In and Cup Out by Freak Power, which I think I mentioned this on the stream before, but this was a kind of famous one. I think it was in a TV advert, and that's why it kind of got up on the charts here. And also that one of the members of this band was Norman Cook, who is Fatboy Slim. So before Fatboy Slim did some of his own, he was a part of this Freak Power here. We have Cher, Hind, Cherry with Clapton. So I'm guessing Cher, obviously, Chrissy Hind, and Nana Cherry probably with Love Can Build a Bridge there. Okay, probably some kind of charity thing, I'm guessing. Out Here Brothers, Don't Stop, Wiggle Wiggle. Yes, we've already mentioned that. Janet Jackson, Whoops, What'll I Do? Indeed. Oh, sorry, Whoops Now. Whoops Now. Okay. I think I do know that one, isn't it? Is that Whoops Now? Tell me, okay. Something like that, isn't it? Anyway, moving on. We have The Prodigy with Poison. I got the poison. I got the remedy. That's the one, isn't it? We have the Human League with One Man in My Heart. Television, some people say. Not sure if I know that one. 10cc with I'm Not in Love. Surely that's not the initial release of that. It sounds definitely like it should be more 80s, really, doesn't it? Oh yeah, 72 or whatever. Yeah, so when did it first come out? 1975. Okay, so it's earlier than I thought, but yeah, definitely because the sound of it just kind of indicates that to me. Here we go. Oh, we have Longview by Green Day, which is one of their big songs. I'm not going to say what it's about, but you know what it's about. But yeah, there we go. There's that there. We have 49ers featuring Anne-Marie Smith with Rockin' My Body. Prince with Purple Medley. BT Embracing the Sunshine. Love Station, Love Come Rescue Me. We have Dion Farris with I Know. Monster Magnet with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Oh dear. We have Coming Out Crew with Free, Gay and Happy. My word, I wonder what that song there is like. It definitely seems like one that should catch my eye, doesn't it? I don't know if it'll catch my ear, but it just definitely caught my eye. We have Greed featuring Ricardo Devoce. Yeah, my eyes are being a bit annoying at the moment, but we shall do what we shall do. Greed featuring Ricardo Devoce. Pump up the volume. Yeah, I don't know. Tinder Sticks, No More Affairs. You see Juliana Hatfield 3, Universal Heartbeat. We have All the Time in the World, released by Louis Armstrong. So yeah, that song. Another re-release here, Gloria Estefan. Luscious Jackson, Deep Shag City Song, indeed. Usher, Think of You. Chieftains with Van Morrison, Have I Told You Lately That I Love You? Yeah. Envy, I don't know. Is it supposed to be like Envy or something like that? I'm Going Down. CC Rogers, Come Together. Eddie, You Bring Out the Best in Me. Lucci Lou and Mitchie One with Secret Fantasy. Danny Tenaglia featuring Salida, is that? Look Ahead. Foreigner, Until the End of Time. Damus with Damus. Silences, Wild Mountain Time. Drugstore with Solitary Party Groove. And Trans Global Underground International Times here. So, the next week coming up, we're getting up to the 25th of March here then. Oh, yeah, the possible charity single thing here is got to the top here, and obviously the Altier Brothers wiggling their way up as well here. We have, Wet But Wet with a follow-up. Julia Says, probably on the strength of their last single, which stayed on the charts for a huge amount of time. It got up to enter at number 6. Let's see if it fares quite as well. Spoilers, it doesn't. I have East 17, Let It Rain. Not sure if I know that one. Oh, Rednecks. All Pop in an Oak. Yeah, they tried to follow it up. Obviously, it got on the charts here a bit, but I don't think it quite did as well as Cotton Eye Joe. Tintin Out featuring Espiritu. Always Something There to Remind Me. We have Left Field Holiday with Original. We have Sean Maguire, Suddenly. Two Unlimited, Here I Go. Duran Duran, Perfect Day. Warren G, DC. So not Warren G and Nate Dogg here now. It's just Warren G. Or was that before or after this with Regulate? I think we've seen it on the charts, haven't we? So, yeah. Amos, Let the Love Shine. Ned's Atomic Dustbin. All I ask myself is that I hold... Who knows what they hold? C.B. Milton, It's a Loving Thing. Apollo 440 with Don't Fear the Reaper. I know the Apollo 440 song, Don't Stop the Rock. I didn't know they did a version of Don't Fear the Reaper. That's interesting. Alicia Warren. Actually, let me put a little marker down so that I can look that up later to see what that song is about. Let's see here. Alicia Warren, I Thought I Meant the World to You. Sphinx, What Hope Have I? Queensryche with Bridge. Skunk Anansi, Selling Jesus. Now, I have heard this, but that's because it was on a B-side to the Weak single. You know, weak as I am, no tears for you. Because I bought the Weak single. I think they had like 2 singles for Weak, and this was one of the B-sides. So I know that from that. DJ Shadow, what does your soul look like? Philip Leo, thinking about your love. Mighty Bob from Power Rangers popping back in here. Leviticus with Burial. We have Supergrass with Lose It. Bing Abrahams, Man on a Mission / Touch. Crush with Eyeliner coming back in here for REM. Edwin Collins, If You Could Love Me. Now I do know a Girl Like You. What was that? Is it A Girl Like You? That was 1995. So it's actually not too far off this particular issue. So in a few weeks that'll come up here. But that had a very good little wah effect, or kind of a talky wah kind of thing. Wah 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 wah. I don't know the pedal positions for the wah there, but it had an interesting sound to it. Masala Detroit with Perfect World there. And then the last week of March here, going into just the 1st of April, you got here, yep, the Out Here Brothers, Wiggle Wiggle their way all the way to the top here. Wet 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 popping up a little bit, but not really getting above the Out Here Brothers. We have the Beatles with Baby It's You here. JX, You Belong to Me. NPG, Get Wild. Snap featuring Summer, The First, The Last, Eternity, Brownstone, If You Love Me, Ultimate Chaos, back again, Show a Little Love, Shut Up and Dance, it's Save Till the Morning After. Interestingly, morning is not about the way I would think of it, and is it like a cover of the, was it Don't Say a Prayer for Me Now, Save It Till the Morning After. Howdy, West, I hope you're doing well today. Do you know Shut Up and Dance, Save It Till the Morning After? I don't know if you do or not. You probably don't. I'm not familiar with it myself, but anyway. We have the Reel to Reel featuring the Mad Stuntman with Conway, Massive Attack, the Karma Coma. Ah yes, Karma Coma, Jamaica and Rome, Karma Coma. That's what that one was. Just as you're coming in here, West. Shut Up and Dance. I'm sure it's the same song. No, this is the name. This is the name of the band. Just Shut Up and Dance. So I don't think it's the same here. By the way, I've got like itchy. Well, I had itchy eyes, and now I've just got kind of watery eyes. So unfortunately, that's going to be an issue throughout that stream. But it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. We have Anti-Capella with Express Your Freedom, Van Halen with Can't Stop Loving You, DJ Scott featuring Lorna B, Sweet Dreams. Is that going to be a cover? Possibly. Roachford, If You Don't Love Me. I think it's going to be If You Don't Know Me By Now. I think I went way off key there, but anyway. It's not that one, because it's called If You Don't Love Me instead. We have Boy George with Fun Time. We have, where's my eyes? Here we go. Dan Hartman and Lolita Holloway with Keep the Fire Burning. We have Nolan's I'm in the Mood for Dancing. Was that an ABBA song to start off with? I can't remember. Bomb the Bass featuring Carlton. So obviously, Bomb the Bass from the Amiga. Mega Blast, soundtrack to Xenon 2, and they have here One to One Religion coming at number 59. So they didn't do awfully, but obviously they weren't like chart toppers. Craig Mack with Get Down, Ash with Kung Fu, kind of may have heard that. It's not one of the most famous ones. Captain Hollywood Project with Flying High. We have the Notorious B.I.G. with Big Popper. We have Catherine Zeta-Jones with In the Arms of Love, Giant City, Feels Sprint, Ultrasonic, 1, 2, 3, TikTok. Okay. I wonder if that's famous on TikTok. Possibly not. But anyway, we have Republica with Bloke. What do I know Republica from? Republica, Radio Go, that's the one. And Drop Dead Gorgeous, I think I know that one as well. But yeah, we found that there. Cool World Productions, Invader, Pavement, Rattled by La Rush or LA Rush? Don't know. Oh gosh, Zig and Zag popping back in here. Cosmic Baby, a tribute to Blade Runner Part 1, okay. Gary Newman, Absolution. Stiltskin, Rest in Peace, obviously not doing quite as well as their first single there. But obviously, I think I said that they were a band put together after the song from the commercial became famous. So there we go. Tom Jones featuring Tori Amos, I Want to Get Back With You. That's kind of interesting combo, I think, there. Tom Jones, known belter of songs, and Tori Amos. I don't know, I haven't heard much by her, but they have different styles, certainly, so that would be interesting. Pasadena's with Round Around. Scooter with Move Your Ass. Oh, Scooter. Oh, what else did Scooter do? I remember Scooter from something. I'm Raving might it have been? I don't know. Logical Song. Oh, was is that the Scooter song? I know. It might be. Is it When I Was Young, I Feel That Life Was So Beautiful, which is a sample from an earlier song by a band I can't remember. And if Chaos was here, I'm sure she'd blast me about it. But there we go. But yeah, these are probably too late for me to know there. Possibly from around this time. It might have been like I'm Raving that I might know from Scooter, but I don't know. I can't remember. I think I remember. They're one of the people who were in their songs would say things like Scooter. Supertramp version. Oh, Supertramp, yes. Because I think that's like the original, or at least maybe sampled by Scooter. I remember there being a dance version of it, but then there might have been a few ones, depending. But anyway, after that we have Dream Warriors with Day In, Day Out, and Link with Antacid. Let me just put a little thing on my thing here. And that'll hopefully remind me later. Yeah, if you look up Scooter on YouTube or something like this, I've just got it marked for later for when I want to have a look at that later on. But let us open it up here, and let me move the window across. No, not pull the window out. Edge, why do you do this? Let's move this across here and paste this here. Scooter. Just imagine this person here going Scooter. You got most of the song there, but that's the logical song. We're obviously not going to play it here, but yeah, very much dance music. You can kind of get an idea from the pictures here. But anyway, yeah, Dream Warriors, Antacid, Link. I think we got that, and that was just the last month of this. The last week of this month here. So we can move on now. We have what else happened in we're in May, aren't we? Let me just check here. No, March. What else happened in March of 1995? Well, the top quark was discovered. It can also be known as the truth quark. So yeah, it's one of these subatomic particles things, which I don't know a lot about. It has a lot of interactions with, or has some interactions with the other particles, and that. But yeah, let's have a look here. So 1995. Here we go. So they say a year later, on March 2nd, 1995, after having gathered more evidence and reanalyzed the data, the two groups jointly reported the discovery of the top at a mass of whatever that is. Giga-electron volts, is that per speed of light squared? Is that right? Anyhow, but yeah, you might see, boop, in the thing above me here, that I've upgraded the penny jar thing since we did the music stream. I've updated the penny jar thing, so if we get 60 pennies in the penny jar, then we will go and do we'll do the Tracy stream, and who knows how that will go. But oh gosh, some stray hairs. Behave yourself. No. But yes, this is when this thing was discovered, and there's lots of things here in the Feynman diagrams, aren't they? These things. I don't know how to read these. It just basically looks like a load of springs and things and whatever. But yeah, lots of sciencey stuff going on there. Another thing, which obviously people might know a little bit more about, or may have at least seen something about, is the Skeleton Warriors. Famous being on the James Stephanie Sterling show, known as the Jimquisition. Yes, the Skeleton Warriors. This cartoon was created around this time here, or it went on to this time here. Aired in 1994 on CBS. So as the dates on some of these things are a bit wavy. You know, I can't. My source says it's 1995, and we'll go with that. But who was in it? We have Jeff Bennett, who I don't know if people know. They were Kowalski and the Penguins of Madagascar, something called Gargoyles, so people might know. Oh, here we go. The first line, Katie. Read the first line. Jeff Bennett is an American voice actor who voiced Johnny Bravo. So, if you've heard Johnny Bravo, well, thank you very much. Elvis impression, basically. We have this is the person who did that within Skeleton Warriors. We also have Jennifer Hale, because of course we have Jennifer Hale, as we've seen before, was in Mass Effect, Metroid Prime, a bunch of other games and things like this, but obviously in a TV program here. Kevin Sean, I don't know if they're known as Timon. They played Timon in the Timon and Pumbaa television series, voice double for Nathan Lane. So if you know that, why when he was a young warthog, when I was a young warthog. No, that's Pumbaa. But going the Timon is the first one. When he was a young warthog. That and other things that Timon said, but this person could probably do a better voice for them. The original concept for Johnny Bravo was 3 Elvis impersonators to fight crime. That sounds amazing. So Danny Mann, who doesn't get a Wikipedia page. Philip L. Clark, who just gets billed as an actor here. So yeah, Michael Corbett. I'm thinking of the one who did the Sooty. Is that Michael Corbett? I think that was Michael Corbett who did Sooty, wasn't it? But that's not the same one there. But yeah, there we go. This is Skeleton Warriors. If you want to know something about, oh yes, of course, Jim Cummings in there as well. Tony J, that was another person. Oh, was a British actor. I spotted them in other things as well, so they've been around other things. Paul Iding, oh, he's the person who did Colonel Roy in the Colonel Roy Campbell in the Metal Gear series. That's where I kind of recognise that name from. So yeah, there we go. Skeleton Warriors. If you've wondered, this is around about the time when this was out. We have Sliders, which we mentioned last time, which was kind of like a budget version of... it's probably unfair to it. But it was in my mind, it was like a budget version of Stargate and Quantum Leap, basically. But oh gosh, that's messed things up there. But no, I did watch it, and I think it was enjoyable to watch. But yeah, John Rhys Davies, as I said on here, who is, we found out last time, famous for playing Gimli in The Lord of the Rings, as well as other people. And yeah, Quinn Mallory is Jerry O'Connell. I don't know if they've been in other things that people might know. There we have Sabrina Lloyd, mostly famous for being in Sliders, and Charlie O'Connell. Quinn's lost brother, second Quinn. Gosh, here we so Jerry O'Connell, John Rhys Davies, Sabrina, and Cleavon Derricks. Here we go. Is one. The other one is mostly known for being the person on Sliders, basically. So, yeah, these people didn't expand so much apart from this guy in front who was in the Lord of the Rings. So yeah, there we go. And the main cast of the final season looks like they changed up a little bit. In fact, it looks like, is that all the cast changed up? I can't tell. So yeah, Sabrina, Cleo, John and Jerry. I know, Cleavon Derricks. It looks like a different person here. They look more serious up here. That's probably why it looks like a different person than down here. So yeah, they got other people in that. So yeah, there was that. Which, what did it do? Did it start? Did it finish around this time? It started March 1995 there. So there we go with that. We have The Outer Limits, the 1995 TV series version of it. The Outer Limits is an anthology of distinct story episodes, sometimes with a plot twist at the end. Ooh, the rival series maintained an anthology format, but occasionally features recurring story arcs, then tied together during the season finale clip shows. Interesting, they had clip shows which tied stories together. Interesting. But yes, the success of television speculative fiction such as Star Trek, X-Files, Tales from the Crypt pushed them to consider this as a moneymaker. But yeah, if you don't know The Outer Limits, I vaguely know it from, what do you call it? Osmosis and stuff like that. And Indeed West, I missed that when it came up, but Be Grey, Do Crimes. Oh gosh. So yeah, they had quite a few episodes here. Was that the home media versions? That's why there's 6 episodes usually you got on a VHS. If they were like 30 minutes each. Did it say the running time on here? I don't know, I can't see the running time on it. Oh, here we go. 43 to 44 minutes, which, I know in America with advert breaks, will probably take it up to an hour. Ah, dear. But anyway, moving on. We have Panzer Dragoon, which was out. This is Japanese, obviously, here, which says Panza. That's what it would say. Dragoon. There we go. Just in case you're wondering if they wrote something else there. Nope. Yeah, Panzer Dragoon. There we go. It says it right afterwards, but since I can, I do. But yeah, this was released here, rail shooter. Never actually played this one. I mean, I have played Res, and I like that a lot. So maybe I would like Panzer Dragoon, but this was a Saturn game here. And yeah, the timeline: Panzer Dragoon R Zone, Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei, which might have been just called Zwei for 2. Panzer Dragoon Mini, Panzer Dragoon Saga, Panzer Dragoon Orta, and then a long time with nothing happening, and then a remake down here. Let us just have a look and see what the situation of the remake is here. Released Windows platform Sega Saturn. The remake, Sam? I don't know. Interesting. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 4. Oh no, it's just Panzer Dragoon video game. So clicking on the remake thing just brings you right back to here. So that's what's happening there. But yeah, it looks interesting. I said no, didn't actually play it myself. Does this expand? No. Nope. Shop. I don't want to shop. I want to just look at the picture. Can we please just look at the picture? Here we go. So yeah, a bit like that. Some chunky graphics, but all good. But yeah, quite a thing. Obviously, PlayStation, I think, had been released by this point. Saturn having things like this looking pretty good at the time that there. And oh gosh, okay, remake of Panzer Dragoon, released on Switch, and then released on Stadia or Stadia. I printed up Google. Okay, that's why I can't think of it straight away. And then Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Windows versions later on. So there's apparently a new the remake version of it there. So let's move on. Chrono Trigger was released here, and this is a game which is I think is a very good game. I think other people think this is a very good game as well. It's definitely a very iconic and memorable game. Basic thing is there's time travel involved with it. It rules, yeah. And a year or two ago, I actually played through the whole thing using a guide, because there's lots of different paths and branches and things like that. But using a guide, I played through I think all the things that you can play through. I don't think I picked up every single last thing or whatever, but I did do all the missions that were available and stuff like that, because previous to that I tried to play through it and got kind of lost about where to go next. So but that was like quite a few years before that happened. But yeah, it was good to actually go through it and finish off the game and stuff like that, and have that experience, because it's very good. It's about time travel, and yeah, it's very complicated. You have to save the world from Lavos, who is some kind of space creature who's crashed into the planet a long time ago. But obviously you go through the different time periods and you see various iterations of the crash site, and can try and fight Lavos at any point, but it's probably not a good idea. But there we go. And there's a New Game Plus as well. I didn't do the New Game Plus. But yeah, it's a very good JRPG. And yeah, a lot of fun to play. And there's an animated cutscene for the PlayStation release. Okay. But yeah, I know it did have at least one sequel, which was Chrono Cross, wasn't it? Which Chrono Cross, which I never actually played, and that there's no plans as of 2022 for a new title, so it's been quite a while. But yeah, so I mean, it would be very hard to improve upon. I think obviously you can add new graphics and stuff to it, but it definitely stands on its own as a game. Anyway, we also had a game I haven't played, but I've played many variations like it. I think this kind of evolved into some Picross games that I play on the I played on the Switch. Which is Mario's Picross, which came out in Game Boy. If you don't know Picross, it's the nonograms, or what do they call them here in the in the UK? They used to call them when they were introduced in the UK. I think Conceptus, who made them, used to call them tsunami puzzles. But then there was an actual tsunami, and they said they decided to change the name of it, as you can understand. But what do they call it? I don't have an app for it on my phone. I have other puzzle things, but yeah, I don't have a particular app for it. I've forgotten what they actually call it here. But there's many different names for this kind of things. But you might see Picross or Nonogram or various things like that. Basically, let's open image in new tab. See here. So you have Mario here, who's completely superfluous to the thing. That's the word I want, isn't it? Yeah, not needed there. But the 0 tells you there's 0 boxes in this row, and 5 and 2 tell you there's a row of 5, and there's 2 here, so they could add an extra one here if they wanted to. And there's a 1, 5, and 3. They got the 1 there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could fill that out. They could fill out the 3 here as well, and stuff like that. So it gives you what goes across and what goes down. You probably already know this, but it's a fun little puzzle game thing. As long as they don't get too big. I normally find out when they get too big, it's hard. It's more difficult to actually keep track of what's going on and find out where you're supposed to be looking and things like that. I prefer the smaller ones. They can be like difficult ones. They're on some Wii Virtual Console, nice. But yeah, there's some versions on the Switch here which don't have Mario in it, but I think there are kind of crossover ones. There was one. Was it on the 3DS, which had a version of it where there was like Pokemon intertwined with it, and you could like use the Pokemon's abilities and stuff like that, which is a pretty cool one as well. But yeah, so Picross, obviously a big thing there, but yeah, fun little game released in Japan and North America in March of 1995 there. We have Descent, a game which I haven't played still, but I think we're not doing this now. But if I ever get too wise about the penny jar thing, and stop saying oh, this is what I want to play or whatever, then the thing can be, I haven't played that. Maybe that could be the penny jar thing if I ever catch on too much and stop saying that I should play certain games and whatever. But we're not doing that at the moment because that would ramp up the thing. And I've assigned the 60 pennies. I'll judge by vibes, okay. I've assigned the 60 pennies to our current method. Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, I haven't played Descent. It's a kind of first-person shooter. I think it's like 6 degrees of freedom, so you can like rotate, turn, or find yourself all upside down and stuff like that. And the first FPS to feature entirely true 3D graphics. Aside from Doom, which kind of does things like it's a 2D map, and basically it draws like vertical lines across the screen to say this is where the walls are, and you can't necessarily have a thing going above or underneath a wall or whatever. There's ways and tricks that other games did, but Doom is kind of like 2D or 2.5D depending on how you want to list it, but essentially you can play it as a 2D game. But the Descent here is an actual 3D environment which you're traversing here. And yeah, as I said, never played it, but you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like here from the picture. Obviously a little bit blurry here because I think it's just the thumbnail that's been blown up a little bit, but you can get the idea here. You'd just be few more pixels if it was like a higher res one anyway. But yeah, you have this little graphic in front here just to obscure a lot of the screen so they could do the 3D stuff without taxing too much of a processor and that. And then you obviously get the 3D thing here and you fly around and shoot things. I think this is like in caverns because obviously doing outside scenes would be a bit more difficult. But yeah, let us see if there's other things through here. No. Also out was Kirby's Dream Land 2 for the Game Boy, where you could ride on a hamster, among other things, I think. And this was on 3DS Virtual Console. I don't know if you can get it on the Switch or whatever. Maybe not at the moment, but yeah, basically a Kirby game, but with Kirby like refining some of the things you may know from later things in the series. Oh, there you go. Rick the hamster, Coo the owl, and Kine the ocean sunfish here were some of the things. And obviously it was a Game Boy game, so we have oh yeah, of course. I don't know if it was natively supported by Nintendo on the Switch, let's say. But yes, indeed. But if you're going to do that, at this point, maybe I'd say just get a Steam Deck, but you can't actually get a Steam Deck at the moment, can you? Ah, dear. mean, they look like fun. I don't think I have a use for a Steam Deck at the moment, even if I could get one. But yeah, it's interesting, the little handheld computer things that are coming out. Obviously, we've had like handheld computers for a while. We have phones and tablets and stuff like that. But handheld desktop, I should probably say, handheld desktop computers, which are coming out now. Because there's various other ones I've seen from various different like tech videos and whatever that you can get. But yeah, there we go. So this is like Kirby as a fish, eaten by a fish, getting helped by a fish. I don't know what the actual dynamic is here, but there we go. But yeah, so there we go. That is when this was released here. There we go, there's the X. Also Mega Man 7, which I have very little knowledge of. I tried to play some of the Mega Man games like 1, 2, 3 or whatever, and it's just like, I'm very bad at Mega Man games. Maybe we should play that sometime. I haven't quite caught on to the idea yet, have I? But yeah, since I've said it, I should probably play Mega Man games sometimes. I should put that on my list. Actually, let me do that. Mega Mans. I just call Mega Man because otherwise I get far too confused about what I've typed. But moving on. Yeah, and 7 was the first Super Nintendo game, I think. Which, did it play roughly the same or did it play differently? I can't remember. Because I know the X series of Mega Man's games kind of have probably a different feel because of the, they change the shape of the character and stuff like that. But Mega Man 7, let's have actually a little look here. Mega Man 7. And let's just have a look at some images here. Yeah, it looks like they keep the roughly the same kind of size of Mega Man to the other one, but I've obviously just update the graphics slightly here. X series. Yeah, I said I've tried playing like 1, 2, and maybe a few of the other ones on the NES, and I was bad at those, so I didn't try any of the other ones. But yes, 7. We had Springman, Freezeman, Slashman, Cloudman, Junkman, Turboman, Burstman, and Shademan, apparently. If that is... that's maybe a redrawn version. Yes, this definitely is a reimagined one. Prototype. Yeah, I don't know what the actual real... maybe this is the actual real one. I don't know. I can't tell. Obviously, very... very famous game. Lots of people did fan art and stuff here. Also, 1995 was the introduction of Yahoo Search. Not the Yahoo itself, I don't think, but Yahoo Search, certainly. So we had Yahoo Directory, which basically was, a directory, like basically a phone book for web pages, which had its use. I don't know if there's anything quite like it nowadays. Maybe aside from like blogs and things like that, but there's definitely, I don't think, a centralized thing where you would say, let's look in the comics section. You click on the comics section, you bring up the things you want, light comics, serious comics, and whatever, and that kind of thing, or Sunday comics and stuff like that, and you click on one of those and then you'd have like more categories, or you'd have we have some categories and then you'd have like a list of different things, like here's Garfield and here's other things like that underneath and stuff like that, and you can just like click on that and go to the Garfield website and look at some Garfield. I don't know if that's a thing that's really around nowadays. I mean, I don't know what Yahoo looks like nowadays. I'm kind of like dreading to go to it, but I think they're mostly like news stuff, aren't they? Let's have a look anyway. Yahoo.com. I still have an email address with them, which, I like to spread out some things over different email addresses, and just for like safety, acceptable, why not? But yeah, I think it's mostly like a news kind of thing going on. Yeah, with adverts and other crap on it as well, and weather and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's not quite the same as it used to be. But then I don't know if people would use that kind of thing nowadays. But yeah, it was obviously on the early days of the internet. It was like, how do you find all these different websites which are spread out over loads of different servers and stuff like that? How do you find them? And Yahoo came up with the directory idea, and then they had here a student, in 1995, they introduced a search engine function called Yahoo Search, which allowed users to search the Yahoo directory. It's the first popular search engine on the web, despite not being a true web crawler search engine. So yeah, basically their directory was just basically kind of manually edited, I think. People said, I don't know if they're the people who ran it, or people could like submit sites to it and they would like review them, put them up or whatever. But it was basically like, there's this website we don't have on our directory. Do we want it? And how do we categorize it? And then they put it in like that. And it looks like their search actually just searched through that directory instead, rather than, as it says, a web crawler thing, which is basically what Google does, which is, hunt down all the various depths of the internet, going down all the rabbit holes, clicking, following all the links and stuff like that, and finding out all the different things that it can find out, and using like automatic things that people have listed on their website for like keywords and things like that. Most useful and most current search engine, possibly, yeah, and definitely curated, which might be helpful for certain things. But I think people just really liked the whole search option thing of things. It's like, what I'm looking for, dogs, and that, and you just get some pictures of dogs, or some links about dogs and things. But yeah, so there you go. Excuse me. So this is when it started. 1995, the search. This is the 2005 version of it. Do we have? Let's have a look. So archive.org. No, I don't want to look at the backstage thing. I just want to look at archive.org. Let's go back here, Internet Archive. What am I looking? Wayback Machine. Yahoo.com. It's a big thing. Web page will be filled with random SEO terms, to make it the top of the search and get ad revenue. Yeah, it's not the greatest, is it? But so around 1996 is the earliest at the Wayback Machine. Looks like it has here. So obviously it was a little bit more in functional then, whatever. Okay, look at this. Look at the snapshot. Is that the way we use this? Obviously, I don't use the Wayback Machine a lot, but I don't know if there's things missing from here. But yeah, this is the way the Yahoo used to look. Does it not look amazing? And yeah, this is what you'd do. You'd find do you want to look at entertainment or extra or education or other things like this? And this is the search for their directory here. And whatever, computers and internet, let's have a look at that. And it'll go through and just say, well, these are some different categories and things you can do in computers and internet. Let's have a look at graphics. And then here, it's always probably a little bit off the screen, isn't it? And whatever. But anyway, you've got some categories up here. We've got FAQs and other things here. Holography, computer-generated graphics, computer animation, morphing. The big category at the time, of course, here. Software, stereograms. Oh, yeah. 3D and SERDS images. And yeah, that would just basically link to individual websites down here. Magic Eye stereograms and whatever. Stereograms, ASCII. Oh, my. But yeah, SERD is stereo image random dot stereogram is where that was from. I don't know if this website is going to work or whether they have an archive of it. They have an archive of it. Here we go. Try the following PostScript format stereograms for starters. Let's have a look at the Ghostbusters. Is it going to load that up? No, they don't have it. They didn't archive that, unfortunately. So yeah. Other sources and things like that. So yeah, this is web pages all the way back in the day. BRB indeed. But yeah, sometimes no more than just a collection of links with a few images on and that. Oh gosh. It'd certainly be interesting to try and see some of these ones here. Magic Eye. What does Magic Eye link to here? Oh, sorry, we can't find that page. Okay. That didn't have anything here. Magic Eye stereograms. Oh, it's not archived. Whatever, stereograms. Single image. Oh, there you go. Single image random.stereogram. That's what it means. And this one, did they get this here? Wait on to welcome to Gareth and Peter's Surds page. Oh dear, what's new? The mother of all lists and stuff like that. So basically, they have a list of different ones as well here. Web pages. Can we just get some pictures, maybe? Oh gosh. I don't know if they put this one right at the top here, so maybe. Oh, there's an FTP site. No longer exists. Wow, they had an FTP thing here. Lots of pictures and some animations. Gosh, well, is this archived? Ooh, this one looks like it is archived. Can we see single image stereograms? And there's a program to make them here as well. Oh gosh. My website looked a little bit like this. Oh no, it didn't have the tiled background. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, yes, I want to see this site stereograms. Why do you want to bury them so much? Oh, huge animation of the teapot. Okay, the teapot. Let's see if we can actually get a picture this time. Is this saved? Because they've got some images saved, so I don't know what archive.org actually saves and what they don't. No. Shame. A tap dropping ashtray on a table. I'm probably not going to find any, are we, unfortunately? It's like, obviously I could look up, ones from nowadays and stuff like that, and probably some of the ones here are available elsewhere. But yeah, it looks like I want to look at these ancient stereograms. No. Redirecting to a file not found. Ah, dear. Fichier no trouvé. Indeed. That's a shame. What else happened in 1995 then? Well, we had the WikiWeb, the WikiWikiWaWaWeb, which was launched on the 25th of March 1995, and it was apparently the first wiki on the web. And then WikiWikiWeb comes from the WikiWiki is from Hawaiian, isn't it? Yeah, it says down here for quick. And there we go. So yeah, that is this is what we have here. This is, obviously Wikipedia was derived from the concept of this. I don't know exactly how derived it was. I don't know if I want to look up the Wikipedia page for Wikipedia. That could be quite a rabbit hole, I feel. But yes, the wiki as an idea was created and the website was launched at this time as well. We also had Tank Girl, the film, which I've seen. I can't remember too much of it, but I don't know if you need more of an explanation about what the film is about, other than Tank Girl. But yeah, it's like Tank Girl is set in a drought-ravaged Australia, where Tank Girl has a tank. Most probably influenced by Mad Max, I'd imagine, or possibly even the other way around. I don't know, because it's still Australian. So let's see if it mentions Mad Max. Here we go. So it might have influenced Matrix Reloaded and Mad Max Fury Road, but previously, I think Mad Max would have came out before this. Anyway, when was the original Mad Max out. Mad Max. The 1979 film there. Yeah, so definitely this was influenced by Mad Max here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I need to explain any deeper about this. I think from just the picture and the title and stuff like that, you can get the idea. Oh gosh, in the future, the odds of survival are 1,000 to 1. That's just the way she likes it. There you go. The tank even has a registration of tank there. Oh, but there we go. I'll keep that up and see if West knows about it at all. But we also have the bends here, which I've obviously mentioned in the chart thing, and that this album came out 13th of March 1995. That's a good album. And let's see. Ooh, dear me. Let's see. Planet Text, good song. The Bends, good song. High and Dry, Fake Plastic Trees, good song. Bones. Gosh, I can't remember it at the moment, but I think it's okay. Nice Dream, the good song as well. Just, yeah. Iron Lung, Bulletproof, I wish I was. Yeah, good song. Black Star, yep. Sulk and Street Spirit, they're all good songs. So I can't remember Bones. So, oh yeah, if you got to feel it in your bones. Good song. So yeah, I like all of them on here. If you tend to like the songs I like, you've probably already heard of The Bends by Radiohead, but still, all the same. If you haven't, listen to The Bends by Radiohead. Anyhow, we also had out at this time, 13th of March 1995, we had Elastica, the album, which had Connection on here, which I know that song. I might have heard some other ones here, but I don't necessarily know them. But yeah, there we go. There we go. This is what they look like here. That's the lead singer person there. And the other people. I don't know too much about Elastica, unfortunately. I probably should remedy that, really. Because I think I would like probably a few other ones by them. So let's do this. Elastica. So I can remember to look that up later on. And then we also had Sleeper out, which I know, What Do I Do Now? Was that one of the ones on here? I don't think it was. Was it? No, In Between it was the one that was on here. But yes, another one I should look up as well. Let me just get that noted here. Sleeper. So I can remember to do that later on too. It might be that I've just given myself too many things to look up later and I end up not doing so, but this is the way of things. How many people have folders of bookmarks in their browser which they haven't looked at a bunch of things, or playlists on YouTube which they haven't looked into for a long time, which have possibly thousands of videos in. I recently actually went through and took out some of the ones, of the double speed playback and skip forward through some of the things to say, yeah, this looks like I could possibly sit down and watch this, or I've got the idea from the first thing here or whatever, so I don't need to watch all of it. But yeah, I recently went through a bunch and got one of my playlists down to a more manageable size. There's still things that have been on there for like a while, but those are things I want to look up when I actually have some time to look it up and I feel in the mood to look them up. But there we go. So yeah, so we'll get back to that when Wes pops back up here to see if they know about it and what they think of it. But we can't quite go into the magazine yet. We need Wes to come back. So we got a thing on one of the cover discs which I think they'll be very, very interested in. Which is actually the next thing that we're going to look at, because obviously we have the cover discs we got here. One of them is a photogenics, which is a photo edited thing. And yeah, this is one we're not going to look at. It's not only football, it's a football manager. Football management program. And yeah, the things that are less interesting to me than football is football management sims. And yeah, then we got the what do you call it? The subscribe disc to look at, which I think we're only going to be able to hear with one of the songs off. But yeah, so we can get into the Amiga stuff here now, and this is what we've got. Yeah, still very tired today, and still, you see me doing this a lot, watery eyes and all that kind of thing. But I still want to do stuff. So here we go. So let us start things up here. And this is, I would say, the Amiga's answers to Photoshop, but Photoshop probably didn't come out at this point. Actually, that's an interesting point. When did Photoshop first release? Photoshop. Not the website. Let's go to Wikipedia and let's have a look and see when the original Photoshop was created. Has it always been Adobe? Who did it? Okay, early history. Let's have a look through and see. By two brothers, Thomas and John Knoll here, who sold the distribution license to Adobe Systems Incorporated. So yeah, it was Adobe from the start. And that was in 1987. The program at the time called Display caught the attention of his brother John, an industrial light and magic employee. So yeah, they weren't just like two scrappy up and comers and whatever else. This person worked in industrial light and magic. So yeah, there we go. When was the first release? Yeah, initial release here, 1990. Was the first release of Photoshop here. Yeah, version history. I don't know if it tells too much about it here, but yeah. So anyway, let's go back up here and just check that out. So initial release 1990. So yeah, it's 5 years later. We've got this here. I don't know how advanced Photoshop was at the time that this was released here, but let us go back to the Amiga. This is possibly actually then a Photoshop competitor. So let's see. So let us open. I think open is a good thing to go for. We've got some well, a file we can load up here. There's some pics here as well. Let's have a look in the pics file. We have A2, oil doodle, rose and stone. Let's see what all the pictures are here first. So this, we're loading a JPEG file. Wow, we're getting into the 20th century here now, aren't we? It's an A. Okay, fine. You don't, yep, I want to close it. It's just an A. Open oil doodle. Let's see what that's like. This is, ooh, well, this is this. Pretty funky looking, but we'll go with that. We've also got stone. Is this just going to be a texture thing or something else? Let's wait for this JPEG to load. Yeah, it's just basically a stone texture kind of thing going on here. And, oh, yes, I wish to close the image. And we also have this other one here. Oh my. Open. Row. No, no, no. Cancel. Right here now. Hello, West. I have been kind of spinning the wheels a little bit here because, first off, you've gained a burger. Wow. Well done for gaining burger. But yeah, so first off, West, I need to go back to the browser here. How familiar are you with this movie? Ouch, 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 ouch. Because if you're not familiar with it, I think maybe it's a thing that you might be interested in. I think you watched it 1 year ago, yeah. Because it's called Tank Girl. I think that speaks, to people who watch my stream quite a bit, really. I know if Sally hasn't watched it, she's definitely enjoyed the concept of it. I don't know what the film is actually like, whether there's things that don't hold up very well in it or not, but the concept at least, Tank Girl. What else do you need, really? But yeah, so there we go. We're currently now, West, looking at a what could be a Photoshop competitor, because the original version of Photoshop actually came out in 1990, and this was obviously the magazine from 1995. And the software here was made in 1994. So it possibly was a response to Photoshop, and they're trying to get a Photoshop kind of thing on the Amiga. And yeah, this is a JPEG on the Amiga. Previously, we've had the IFF images here, but as we get into the internet age with the Amiga here, we're getting JPEGs appearing here. So and I thought you would appreciate this other art over here, this oil doodle, which we can't look at very easily because you've got to flick that behind. Oh, no, that minimized it. Okay. But yeah, we have this oil painting kind of doodle thing going on here, which I thought you would appreciate. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it looks kind of slightly post-apocalyptic art, doesn't it? It's very, very fun and funky. But yeah, we're going to be playing around with this rose file here. Because, as I said, this is kind of like a Photoshop version of it. Now, I have half an idea what I'm supposed to do here. We can draw things like this, and you think, oh gosh, you're drawing over that rose. What a shame. But I think what we do here is we go into, is it brush, alpha paint layer? Oh gosh. Toolbox? It might be toolbox. I know this is the toolbox over the side here. Palette modes maybe. I did leave some notes for myself. I hope the notes are comprehensive. Let's see. Bring up modes menu. Yes, I should see a modes thing. So let me just rearrange my windows here. Oh gosh, drawing things here. But yeah, I should have the modes window. Here we go. So at the moment it's on paint, as you can see here, but we can just switch over to something like pixelize, and what we just painted on gets pixelized. And West, what are your opinions of this method of creating or photo manipulating? We can like pixelize this over here. I don't know if we can. Oh, we can fix. I think that would like set what we've done in stone here, but we can obviously flick through some other ones. We've got posterize, which just oversaturates things slightly here. Randomize. Ooh, that's pretty cool looking. Refract. Ooh, get some cool stuff with it. Yeah. Obviously, with the resolutions we have at the moment, this is 298 by 249. We don't get the full idea of it, and that's really very slow on the Amiga here. Though if you had like more of an updated system, because I think I just actually saw something recently about being able to have like an Amiga kind of operating system working on a PC and stuff like that. I don't know. I didn't see too much of it because it's one of these videos which I was just kind of like flicking through on double speed just to try and clear out my my playlist, which had like quite a few different videos in. But yeah, so I imagine with a lot more power, this could get interesting. I think you can run specific software on like older Macs because they still had like the Motorola processors, which the Amiga used. So yeah, I may be just speaking nonsense here, but that might be right. The roll thing. If there's anything you want to see in the list or whatever we have here, obviously let me know here. Tile brick. Ooh, well, that's interesting. So yeah, just if you want to have a look through stuff here, we've got these things west at the top. And hopefully you can have a little look at those. And we scroll down here. Oh gosh, scroll down here. There we go. These are the rest of the ones we have available here to us. Tile brick. This is a very interesting one. Oh, I suppose you have tile, which will just like tile the whole picture just as like, you know, a grid and that kind of thing. And tile brick, which should do it in like a brick-shaped grid, which is interesting. Solarize. Ooh, yeah, it does funky things too. And whatever. I mean, what are the art applications for something like Solarize, West? What is the use for something like this? We can also like get the boxes, the one draw a box of it to do more stuff there. Rub tint. Rub through. Yeah, some of these might need like some other layers and stuff in effect to do anything. Let's see, add dust. Yep, it looks like maybe it's a little bit dusty. Add noise, alt hue, antique. What's this one? Ooh, yes, of course, gives it a sepia tone to it. Blur, balance, balance. What does balance do? Well, the picture is probably already a bit balanced. Cloner. Maybe that needs something else to make it work. Contrast, defocus. Make it a bit blurry. If we've got a defocus, we've also got blur here, which doesn't quite blur as much as defocus does here. De-interlace. I don't think this is interlaced. Likely to make it look worse. Displace map. Ooh. Well, that's interesting looking. Emboss. We've got to look at emboss. Yep. That's some embossing going on. False colour. What's this one? Ooh, there's definitely some false colour going on there. Gradient, grades, humour, limit. Oh no, that's line art. Looking pretty good. Limit. Okay, because taking the yellow I used here to do things. It's possibly using yellow to do other things, but I don't know what. Masking paint. Okay. Matrix. Yeah, it probably applies some kind of matrix to the thing. So I know you can do that kind of thing in Photoshop, can't you? You add a matrix kind of thing to some things to do various transformations. I wanted to have a look at this neg bright. Bright negative kind of look to the thing. That's interesting looking. And negative, I'm guessing it's like photo negatives, yeah. Interesting. Motion blur. I don't know. You got mode buttons here. What does this one do? Oh, length. Here we go. We can change the options things here. Length of motion blur and angle of degrees. Solarize photography to see what it's trying to mimic. Okay. Here we go. So applying this thing here. We can do that now, can't we? And have a look. Let me just bring up things here. Solarize photography. Let us see. what this is. Solarization, effect of tone reversal, extreme overexposure. I had thought in the back of my mind about this. Is this kind of when you have I don't think it's the same effect or whatever, but you know when you point like a video camera at like the sun. I don't point video cameras at the sun, but I've seen in other people's videos people pointing video cameras and whatever at the sun, and it just kind of has like a black dot in the middle. Is that kind of like? I mean, obviously this is more of like a film thing, I think here, but yeah, it's very, very interesting, I suppose. It's kind of like acts as like a limit on things. I don't know. It's yeah. It's very, very interesting kind of effect going on there. So let's go back to this here. See, that's the motion blur that's been applied there. So yeah, we can go to any one of these other ones here and see, like the tile brick one, and it's loaded up things. I think the bricks are X size and Y size. So if we like, oh gosh, change this to be a bit longer here, it'll stretch out the image. Obviously, it's not very easy to see with what we've got going on here, but yeah, and this mode thing probably just brings up the mode menu here, doesn't it? If I get rid of that and click the mode, yeah, it brings up these ones. So yeah, this is an interesting way to do this kind of thing. It's got possibly other things here as well. Let's see what else we have. So yeah, basically I think this is the full version, but we just save disabled on here. So options, use images, users image, uses secondary, uses alpha channel. So it can do, you know, some slightly advanced things. Scale, rotate, shear, channels, compose, brush, choose brush settings, alpha and paint layer, blur, paint layer. A few different things you can do here. Got coordinates and things as well. Loaders. What does that do? Loaders. Oh, so you can load in a GIF, IFF deep and ILBM. That industrial light and magic kind of thing? I don't know. JPEG, pattern, plasma, ripples, and text. Okay. So yeah, very interesting kind of look at an image editor for the Amiga, which we haven't seen anything quite like this up until now, which is an interesting thing to see. So as I said, the second disc that was given out with the magazine had a football management sim. Oh gosh. And as I say, there's nothing more of a boring idea to me than a football management sim. Well, first, football is fairly boring, but then football management is just like, wow. But yeah, so that was the kind of Amiga version of a Photoshop kind of thing going on there. And yeah, I tried to get this fractal program running. It needs something special happening with like the actual display of the thing here. Hello, Chaos. I'm a bit sniffly and eye-watery today, so I'm managing. It says unable to allocate a maximum of two pens. And I have no idea how to get that. I've tried to have a little look around here, and unfortunately we don't have the AF Backstage magazine thing. Oh, thank you very much. We don't have the AF Backstage thing going on, so we can't look up if they had instructions of how to run this, unfortunately. So I can't figure out how to get the fractal thing working. The only thing that's of any interest in this whole thing then is the Octamed thing here. So we'll just get that loaded up here, and then we can listen to things going on. Open. Let's see, volumes, subsdisk, Octamed. And we have one here called Megafo. Let's have a listen to see what this sounds like. by Romeo Knight. We did find out how to look through them, or I did find out how to look through them. Yeah, so if you look at this up here, this thing says by Romeo Knight. You'll see whatever messages they decided to put into here. So by Romeo Knight. Oh, they didn't decide to put any messages or anything in here. Fine. That's okay. So yeah, let's listen to what Megaphone sounds like. He's a possum. I think this is a possum. And they're dancing too. Is that a raccoon? That looks maybe like it's a raccoon, doesn't it? You need to ask Starly to make a dancing raccoon. Sorry, dancing possum. It's an unusual choice of notes there, but I'm here for that. Ooh. It's a breakdown. Okay. I can do it again. Yeah. Ooh, fancy. There we go. Oops. I think we're going back to the start of the song, by the way. Hang on. Let's make this raccoon a little bit smaller. Hang on. I can't grab that. About. There you go. Boop. Leave them there. But yeah, this is the song. Oh, where's my pointer? There we go. So yeah, pretty neat little song. And that's all on the cover disc that I can actually run at the moment. So there we go. So we go back to the browser. Now we're missing something here, don't you think? There we go. So let's line that up with there. Put them like here. There we go. Remove that. Where do I want to move it to? Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Dog's all the way up there. My word. But I think it needs to be behind things. Let me just make sure it's not going to be in the way of anything here. I think that's good. Because, yeah, that's all going to be good. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, I didn't need this today, did I? I had this already in setup. I didn't need it today. Ooh. Move that over there. So, Amiga Format. Your death mask down here, yeah. Well, you know, Amiga magazine wouldn't lie about these things. So 1.5 hours to get to the magazine. That's not too bad. So here, so the art program that we just did was called Photogenics, and it says, try the brilliant Photogenics, 95% rated. And yeah, if you wondered why this was called a nice issue here, this should answer all your questions. We are at Amiga Format, issue number 69. They don't get as high as 420, unfortunately, so you're going to have to, unfortunately, keep those memes there. But yeah, they're looking at that squirrel thing as well. Expand your A1200 with the Zorro slots, or add Zorro slots. Wow, interesting. Bunch of other things here. So, yep. You have ex-Commodore engineer Chris Ludwig tells AF what the future may hold for Amiga. So they basically have no more information for us at the moment. As I said, things are going to start happening during 1995 here, but they have not happened yet. So let us see this month in view. Yeah, that's basically they changed the editor over to something where here. What on earth is going on with Commodore? I really wish we had something to tell you. But at the moment they're keeping mum. Indeed. The latest unconfirmed news, now Irving Gold and Mehdi Ali, former top brass of the company, finally thrown their oar into the proceedings. So there we go. But it's not possible really to say anything at the moment about it. I mean, we could look in the future issues right now and look at it, but we will take our time with things. Let us see now. So yeah, this is the game that I didn't play. Football Manager. Gosh, thrilling. So thrilling. Yeah, and that's why we're not playing it. And here we go. Photogenics. This is what other things do if you want to know what other bits and pieces do. I mean, you can probably guess. Freehand line, box, circle, magnify, cut, fill, zoom, ellipse, polygons, paint modes, brush preferences and things like this, brush selectors. Oh, I didn't notice that one. That one's okay, but smearing things around and that. So yeah, basically, this is what you got. Yeah, this is like a little tutorial. I didn't follow a tutorial, I just like clicked around until I found out what works. But here we go. So you paint over it with like an AF logo or whatever here, and then you can do one of the effects to it here to make it stand out. What do we have then? So next generation Amiga. Gosh, Chris Ludwig was one of the last people working for Commodore before the company went bust. So, gosh. So apparently the HP RISC chip had been chosen for it. Emulation in hardware both. Okay. What else do we have? Basically a lot of information just to kind of fill in the gap of there being no news. Do you have a personal favourite buyer? All I can really say is whoever takes over the company, I hope they have a driving instinct and vision to bring forth the best the platform has to offer. Of course, spoken with a lot of diplomacy there. And look, oh, what is this? Where's Jeff gone? Why isn't Jeff complaining about things? Who is this? Bagley. I think we've seen the name Bagley before, haven't we? But where's Jeff? Jeff is supposed to be complaining and looking grumpy. I don't know if I can work without Jeff complaining and looking grumpy here. Let's see. They bought a new CD, Protest Songs by Prefab Sprout. It was on vinyl. And everyone knows vinyl is completely passé these days. Okay. It's only a few traditional edition DJs clinging on to the ancient vinyl. Oh dear. See anything else? Jeff would never miss a chance to complain. Yeah, I don't know. Where's he gone? Maybe he's gone on a holiday. He's going to come back and complain about things. This person's just talking about boring things. Yeah. Amiga games outsell rivals. Indeed. Amiga games accounted for more than 50% of all sales on floppy disk over Christmas. Interesting. Obviously, that's going to change at some point, but yeah. So it's a case for an Amiga. Is that the case or is that the case? Gosh, I don't know which one it is. Here's the Photogenics upgraded. Gosh, they've released an upgrade to the Photogenics thing here, including any angle rotation, faster blur, and more blur types. Support for Targa format images. Wow. Do people use Targa nowadays? I remember it being a thing, but I don't think it was ever much of a thing. Yeah, even this column over here, we just got Tim Smith here. And they call it Crimble, of course. Anything else that looks interesting? Doesn't look like anything interesting. They can be contacted at compulink.co.uk or demon.co.uk. Indeed. Look, Wolfenstein Clone. Will Grand Slam's new game match the Mac and PC versions of Wolfenstein? By Jove, it would be nice to see something similar on the Amiga. Amigas aren't fully up to the task of it. I mean, they could do something like it, but as long as the cover discs are there and we can get to see them, we'll get to see how well the Amiga didn't do in this here. But yeah, apparently, I don't know if it looks like that or not. And yeah, here we go again. This is like a please work for exposure, isn't it? Here, give us all the information. We need all the information. Don't stop there. Give us all the information. And what do they win? Oh yes, this Amiga here. And I forgot what I was looking for last time, but we don't really have any small print, which is worrying, really. Something to shout about. This person is shouting. This person is screaming. They're screaming inside, as well as outside. But they're screaming inside. Anyway, moving on. Look, you can chain a bunch of computers on a SCSI chain, apparently, here. Or this won't work, apparently. Because you have to chain them rather than just, like, make a tree of them. But, there you go. Look, there's a magneto-optical disc here. Fancy. This is the squirrel thing, which looks awful sticking out the side of an Amiga, but if you can do a scuzzy thing, then I suppose that's what they have here. Yeah, this is not good for fine print, guys. Usual rules apply. Sorry, I'm just kind of... Oh, there we go. Here's a gory moment from Death Mask. This doesn't quite look like Doom, does it? But anyway, let us move on. RAM upgrades. You know, we've been looking at these stereo, or been seeing these stereograms recently. And it's like, this basically looks like a stereogram to me. Oh dear. Anyhow, moving on. Shoot to Thrill. Death Mask. It's already looking pretty bad and not very doomy. Okay, sorry, I was trying to understand what they mean. It takes two to tango, but if you don't like soft drinks, it's like they're talking about tango, the drink, of course. But yeah, so you basically have like a split screen. You can have a map over here, or your view over here. Or possible 2 players. Yeah, it looks like a 2-player thing here. Oh, east and north. Oh dear. That does not bode well at all, does it? And I can also, I think I already see that this is made up like basically tiled, copied around. It's basically like those old maze game things, but made to look a bit like Doom. Because yeah, have you seen an angle yet? I mean, obviously you've got perspective here, but anything that's even slightly rotated? These are all pretty much square on, aren't they? Not looking good. It's not looking good. Yeah, these are all square on, very square looking things here. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is not looking like a Doom beta. Plus also, what the heck is that? Is that basically an Ed 209 kind of thing going on here? And you can see from the map here, it's definitely not a Doom beta here. 77% head-to-head. This is the best 2-player game to date in 95. But graphics, sacrifice for speed, sensational, magnificent, immense sound, longer lasting in the head-to-head mode, and smooth of movement, bloody of battle. But it's definitely not Doom. It possibly would be a bit fun, but yeah, it's definitely very, you move forward here, then you turn 90 degrees and move across and turn 90 degrees and that kind of thing, kind of game, which we've seen various versions of on the Amiga previously. But yes, Doom Lane, yes. It looks like it really is a step in the right direction. It's a CD32 one as well, so yeah, they didn't up the quality of things. Yeah. Yet mongers of Doom around. This isn't Doom they cry, nor is it Wolfenstein. Yeah, it's neither of those. They're right, it isn't. Graphically, it falls short of the mark, and gameplay-wise and most other things, it's not like Doom at all. Yeah, when you're in combat, it's always at 180 degrees, so you can't conceal yourself. Do they mean 90 degrees? 180 would mean it'd be behind you. Yeah. So it's definitely not a Doom beta. Oh, we have a Triceratops here. Yay. Let us rotate this thing so we can have a good look at the Triceratops. Amiga Format, sorry, Amiga Power isn't afraid. This month we award scores as high as 90% and as low as 19 because we tell the truth about games. We expose the feeble-minded impotence, oh gosh, of those who cheat. We discover a fantastic new tennis game and no one else knows about. And we battle a murderous Triceratops. No. Scandalizing the Triceratops here. Indeed. And there they are. I don't know what they're dressing up as, but yeah. Anyhow. Guardian, some kind of like 3D looking game here. One of the Amiga's finest shoot-em-ups. There we go. We have Dragonstone. This looks kind of RPG-ish, doesn't it? Yeah, it says role-playing escapade, so it looks like an RPG of sorts, where you have various monsters. A dragon with a ball in its mouth for some reason. Gosh. Say 63 looks great, sounds great, doesn't play great though. Oh dear. Addiction, 4 out of 10, a cure for insomnia perhaps. Playability, tedious mechanics let down an average RPG. Oh dear me. Base jumpers, I think we saw a demo of this, didn't we? Yeah, there's not much base jumping, you have to climb up things mostly. And there's sub-games as well, isn't it? Comparisons with Pac-Man are almost inevitable. Is it because it's basically Pac-Man? Destroy your opponent's platforms before they do yours. Okay. Pong, of course. Jetpack. Joust, it looks like maybe. And another version of Pong, it looks like. But yeah, basically some kind of platformer game. And that. Bloodnet. Oh gosh. Why, that's interesting. Steve McGill explores the cyberspace world, a futuristic adventure game, and discovers intrigue, vampires, and a woman called Deirdre Tackett. Indeed. So it looked like some 3D rendered scenes, maybe. Cybernetic surgery. Smart drugs, neural implants, hacking, freaking, cyberspace, net surfing, vampiric blood-sucking, illegal street trading, schizophrenia, street tech weaponry, design of violence, bioweapons, religious insanity, and more in 2022. Might as well be. Thought there was going to be some interesting story here. It says ex-trans. Gosh. No, technicals employee. Okay. Dang it. Should be more trans rep here. I don't know what's going on here. It's a rather rough screenshot. But anyway, this looks interesting. Each of the red triangles represents a subway stop. 1, 2, or several locations can be visited from there. So you got a few subway stops here, but it is a nice map. The perspective on it is a little bit weird, because this looks like kind of like an overhead kind of view. Maybe it's supposed to like pan up like this on the screen. It looks like you're kind of like looking down and then looking up like that, but I don't know. Is this like a Manhattan kind of thing going on here? That's neat. Gosh, look at these cybernetic implants. 82, what have they got for scores? Oh, sound, disappointing. Some game mechanics could be simplified. Okay. Let us draw. It feels as if you're taking part in a book. Adventure fans, internet fans, hackers, crackers, and freakers are all going to love it. It bites. Sorry, did bites have a different meaning in this time, or did they just not get what the meaning of it is? Anyhow. Skeleton crew. Gosh, look at this skeleton up here. So shoot 'em up. Also apparently an isometric platformer. Or it's all an isometric platformer? This is not what I expect from a shoot 'em up. Interesting. Oh dear, 33%. Not doing well there. What have we got? Graphics look good apparently. Sound, twee, not very good. Addiction, like washing clothes by hand. Yeah, it's not very addicting, that. Playability, take up, train spotting. It's more exciting. Gosh. What do we have here? Personal paint. Oh, unfortunately, this is going to be very, very bad and not viewable. Create stereograms. Let's see if we can get anything out of this at all. Probably going to have to make it smaller, actually. Watch out, I'm going to change the size of it if you're trying. Okay, let's try this then. Oh no, it actually does work. There's a star there. I'm surprised, actually. That worked reasonably well. Oh gosh, yeah. It's just right. Since you've just come in, whatever. My eyes have been just like because I think I have a bit of a cold, whatever, sniffly itchiness and whatever. It's not great, and this caused my eyes to be watery and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, that is happening at the moment. I'm going to move the picture if you're trying to look at it. So, 3, 2, 1. So personal paint. Obviously, the magic eye things were a big thing at that point. Back, you went, did you? When did you burb? You burbed then. Okay, cool. I don't know how long ago that was. It doesn't actually say here. Did you get another burger? I'm doubting you got another burger. You might have got another burger, but anyhow, this is personal paint, which is it's not the thing that we were looking at before, but yeah, can do these kind of things too. Dawn Patrol and kind of flight sim. Issue 69, we get a 69%. You're very full of burger, that's nice to know. Sound not bad, but no any of the sublime wings. It doesn't go enough. This is what I experience from flight sims. It's got kind of sound going on. Excuse me. Fantasy Manager. Oh gosh, a football manager. Never mind. What's it? Fog. F117A B. What are these? That looks like some kind of flight thing. Fog. Oh, like Fog of War. No, Fields of Glory is what that is. And this one is B-17, which is, oh yeah, a bomber thing. Interesting box art things. I kind of like them. They could possibly have maybe gone through like another iteration or whatever, because obviously it just looks basically like apply drop shadow here, but the concept is pretty good, I think, of these things. I think, yeah, just another iteration. I think they could have like made it look just a bit better, but not bad at all. Oh, it's International Test Series Cricket. Let's not look at that. An Exit. Oh, I get it. Exit. Some kind of puzzle game, it looks like. Interesting. Apparently has a plot. Bill is halting his fish and chip consumption for health reasons. Last time he ate them, aliens kidnapped and dumped him in deep space junkyard. Okay. 79%, 69% for the cricket. It happens, yeah. Valhalla Before the War. Some creepy thing going on here. And is that your character? They look like they're not having a good time there. Yeah, the perspective and things on this is a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, 40%. What did they not like? 4 out of 10 with addiction. Not at all addictive. Surely that should be like a 0 then. But anyway, 4 out of 10 for playability, sluggish, cumbersome mechanics. Okay. A throwback to the bad old days of the early 80s. Oh dear. CD32 games, wow. So there's the Mario Kart. Yeah. Imagine if you can, Lotus meeting Mario Kart and the racetrack, then pretending to be wacky races. That's exactly what Bump and Burn fails to do. Oh dear. But 70%, so, you know, not terrible. Zappo compatibility. They both work with the Zappo CD drive. That is a very good Ghost, yeah. Woo. Good background as well. Let's see, Flink. I've never heard of Flink before. And there's no passwords, but you can continue 5 times. Yeah, still not great there. Pro clip art. This is creepy. Re-releases, Combat Classics, The Patrician, Game Busters. Had to do some Lemmings, Christmas Lemmings levels here. UFO New Unknown, as we said, like basically XCOM 1, as it turns out. Sorry, I've got to. I have a hair in my eye or something going on. Okay, how about some bad puns here? So, theme park cheats. Making it all theme so easy. So there we go. Oh gosh, my eyes. PD select. So yeah, here we go. We have this going on. We have a bunch of that going on too. We have some, it's like a cartoony face here with a hand. Over here, some weird melty pukey face and whatever in all the heck that is. Cybertroid, a game. And usual stuff over there, it looks like. Flyer, witness. Oh gosh. So I think we need to get this disc for stars. I don't know where to find this disc or this program, but it's animations showing you how engines work. I think you should enjoy that. Let's see. We saw what the one stereogram thing. This is not going to work at all, is it? Hang on. No, this is really not going to work at all, is it? No, that's totally not going to work at all. Don't look at it. Don't try it. Ugh. My eyes are wonky as it is. Let's see a death. Oh, death mask. Here we go. Oh gosh. So on the scale of fonts here, from atrocious to brilliant artistry, what would you call this font, West, or anybody else who wishes to weigh in? But West is our legal artist. But yeah, in my opinion, this is awful. I couldn't even tell it said mask underneath until I stared at it for a while and just knew that it would say, what a rock logo vibe. Yeah, it does have that kind of like posing and that kind of thing of that. I have to contest this here, though. Superb Doom-style action. I don't know about Superb, I haven't played it, but Doom-style action is very, very loose. Very loose. But anyway. Amiga. Look, your Amiga can look like this, basically a PC tower. And this is what it looks like inside. Probably just like, yeah, just like a PC tower, basically. Future Music's MEMS, MIDI electronic music and recording show. Interesting. Database special, gosh. Want this? Get this. So Amiga Shopper, 2 cover discs, Dice, the Amiga C development system, and listening to a C assembler and chess tutorials. Okay. Magic Lantern is an animation system. Okay. This looks like a bunch of files. Yeah, copying a bunch of files over. What website do I find the magazines on? Well, I used to use archive.org, but they kind of like had issues. I don't know if they got told not to host them or whatever, but they went down a little while ago. I did send a tweet to somebody associated with the site, and they said, things can go up and down here and there, and there's not much we can say about when they'll be available. But what I have been using, if I can just get the right page here. In the meantime, or since then, I have downloaded all, well, a few of the ones I want to look at anyway, so it's not much of a problem. But this is called commodore.bombjack.org. Let me just pop that in here. This is what I've been using at the moment. Oh gosh, what? No, Task Manager. I may have clicked on you, but I didn't want you open. There we go. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at. So you've got magazines over here. I haven't looked at some of these other stuff, but magazines. And then you have to scroll down a bit because it's got UK down here, and they've got Amiga Format, Amiga Power, C Amiga, which we'll get onto at some point, Amiga Computing. I possibly won't look at Amiga Computing, but the one, Amiga Action, maybe Zero, and Your Amiga, I think, is on here. Yeah, Your Amiga's over there, which we might look at some point as well, but I think there's less issues of these ones available. But you can see there's quite a few different Amiga magazines. We even had ST Amiga Format before it was Amiga Format, and stuff like that. But yeah, so there's that site. So there we go. So yes, animation system. Even a highly detailed sequence like this can be played back as smoothly as a well-buttered banister. Gosh. It takes your still frames and turns them into animation. Okay, there we go. So it turns your still frames into a good animation. That's a phrase people use. Yeah, indeed. All the time. Can't go a day without hearing it. Power Titler. Gosh, this font. Gosh, that font. Info Nexus. What directory? Oh, great. That's exactly what I'm interested in. Yeah, slightly unfortunately named. Slightly unfortunately named software here. Pega 2.0, which is a graphics utility. Although JPEGs are quite common now, not all software supports them. Oh, is this what this does? I think this basically says what it does. Unless Pega transparently converts them. Is it some kind of... Okay. Pega's creators have obviously been impressed by the format. What's the point of having a program like Pega? Graphical programs that do not have built-in support for JPEGs. New Pokemon trailer. I have not seen it yet. I've seen there's a new one out. Is there some good stuff in it? Buy PD things to convert them, but this does it in the background apparently. You can show me a new Pokemon, yes. But yeah, basically it does like a background conversion of JPEG files, and they called it Pega. I mean, obviously they I would say they weren't to know, but maybe they were to know. Anyhow. This is a new Pokemon. If you do not wish to see any new Pokemon at the moment, obviously avert your eyes for however long I'm looking at this. Wow! They are muchly startled. And they are very good. That is a good Pokemon. Okay, if anybody was not looking because of Pokemon spoilages, spoilages, that's the wrong one, they can look now. But that was a good Pokemon. Got CD-ROM roundup. Yeah, just basically collections of different things, PD things from on CDs, which is, you know, one of the good things. Like earlier on, is a good use for CD. Obviously, there a lot of people were searching around for what the use of CD was, and this is one good use for it. This is the the Goldfish 2 is like Fredfish CD ones here. Power games. Look at some of this art. Yeah, it's kind of like clip art, paste everywhere kind of stuff going on. Wonderful. A town of tunes. Ah, that's good. Imagine Enhancer, so probably some like model files for Imagine there, which is a 3D program. They got like a multimedia thing, but they called it Ultimedia. Oh, good job we zoomed in on this, Lechonk. Good job we zoomed in on this, because look at this lizard, West. I know you like a good lizard. There's also a vulture over here as well, with danger explosives. A friend and a pal, indeed. So got the back issues things here. Amiga Format offers, yeah, a bunch of things. Please give us more. Have they got the thing that's on the cover disc? MIDI, WordWord, AF binder, mouse mat, helm, Technosound Turbo. I don't think they have. Unless I missed it earlier in the magazine, because this looks like things which aren't associated with things they've already put on the cover disc. Anyway, workbench stuff. Not so interested in workbench. Oh, gosh. Yeah, not so interested in workbench stuff. Here myself. Get tooled up. This is a good toucan. I'm not quite sure what's happening down here. But that is a good toucan. Got some like circular pixelation thing going on. That's interesting. Oh, this is like the page setter thing. How to use that. Or not, because these look like different... yeah. Basically kind of different software. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing there. Ultimate Amos tutorial here. This is how to do scrolling backgrounds and stuff like this. You have what you can see on your screen is this visible area here, and basically you have this little offset thing which you can do The Amiga can kind of do this in hardware a bit, that it has these like long screens which you can like scroll across. I think. I know the NES definitely had something like this. And I think I've talked about it before. You scroll a visible area across and you paste it, the same thing here, then you flick the thing back and then you keep scrolling the one direction. That's why Super Mario Brothers, the first game, only scrolled the one way, because that was the easy way to do it. And that. But yeah, obviously over the years they figured out how to do more. So 3D modeling stuff here. Let's see. We have some kind of Babylon 5 objects. Cool. So there's some Babylon 5 thing here. And some spaceship from Babylon 5. There we go. Book office. Yeah, the Ultimate Amos thing here as well. And a lot of these like cheapy books. Because you remember the one they had like on the cover. Maybe these books aren't like that. Maybe they're not as cheap as the other ones, which had the bad printing and the small form and whatever. But if they are the same as this and they're trying to sell it for like 20 quid, 15 quid, whatever, that is a little bit of a rip-off. But never mind. Don't take the risk. So somebody asking about the risk stuff here. Selling a game can be fraught. Remember the thing from the previous, or not the previous issue, issue 76 apparently here. I have thought of an idea for a computer game which I think would sell very well. The trouble is I can't program and I'm not sure how to get companies interested. Learn to program. Would they take my idea seriously? Probably not. I'd need to produce a demo version. That would help certainly. Even if a company likes my idea, how can I ensure they won't market themselves as their own work? Well, that's why you put out prior work. Anyhow. It is hard, but yes, if you have a good idea of a game, then at least learn something. Or pay somebody else very well to make it for you. Most games companies are ready and willing to accept good ideas from anyone. Really are they? Put together a presentation including a storyboard of how the game would work. Yes, ideas are just ideas. Ideas are not copyright material according to copyright laws. So yeah, if anybody tells you copyright is perfect, there's plenty of other counters to that. But here's another one here. You can't copyright ideas, but why? But you kind of can with patents and stuff like that, so I don't know. Yeah, don't come to me for copyright advice. I am not a lawyer in any way. And yeah, David Pleasance really doesn't want to talk to people very much anymore here, but let's have a look and see. This is a weird way to say it. I have been a Commodore purchaser for a few years now. From my C64 to my A500 and now my A1200. I'm sick and tired of people criticizing the Amiga. When you complete your management buyout, will you start advertising the Amiga on TV? I'm fed up of seeing Nintendo and Sega advertisements on TV every day. Oh dear. The Amiga is the best machine in the world. People say that your machine is dying. If that's the case, how come there have been recently excellent titles released, such as Cannon Fodder 2, Aladdin, and Mortal Kombat 2, because those were in development before Commodore went bust? Is the answer. You're not the only one who gets fed up with people criticizing the Amiga. Assuming the management buyout goes through, and currently we're getting increasingly optimistic signs from the liquidator that it will, we will relaunch the new company with a new marketing plan. This will reflect the product line we plan to produce and the messages we need to communicate to our audiences. Yes. Wow. A typing error crept into the David Pleasance column last issue, the reply to the letter, and now for good news, said the 16-bit systems are capable of delivering this. It should have read, the 16-bit systems are incapable of delivering this. Yes. Womp womp, indeed. One of my favourite games, the great Gianna Sister, has corrupted. This is why you make backups. It is no longer playable. I have inquired with several software dealers about how to get a replacement, but to no avail. I believe the software house that wrote the games no longer exists. Oh yeah, it was a kind of parody clone of Super Mario Brothers. And yeah. I know the feeling. One of my favourite games is Sword of Aragon, which seems to have passed into history. If anyone has either these original games and doesn't want them anymore, please write to me at the magazine. So basically, can't help you apart from maybe somebody has a copy that they can sell. But yes, what have we got here? Brown water. It is very brown water here. We have, oh yeah, that picture again from somewhere. Seen that before. Yeah. Reflective surfaces which were hand drawn. So yeah, how do you like this this art? Hand drawn reflective surfaces. It's pretty impressive from a non-artist point of view. Goldfish. This is a good goldfish. Yeah. Kawasaki. That's very good. Yeah. Credit must also go to Martin's wife Jane, who had considerable influence on the image. What influence? What influence? Oh dear. Oh, model. Pretty good. Oh gosh, the Bot family. So yeah, going from some of these ones like very, very detailed and everything here, and then going to this is a bit of a stark contrast. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just like quite a stark contrast. Wonderful rendered art and spray-traced image. Did it with an A1500 with 4 megabytes RAM and real 3D. I mean, some consideration has gone into it. They haven't just done spheres, have they? They've had like little connector things here. Obviously, we can't see in great detail here. They've added very unrealistic boobs to this character here. They've added like joints here, probably just to hide the end of the cylinders or whatever. But still, it's some thought has gone into it at least. And yeah, the wallpaper though. Yeah, indeed, that's just like all the way up there. Oh gosh, but gosh, that comes up as the screenshot or the thumbnail. It's a good job I'm tiny in the corner, isn't it? Ah. Anyhow, yeah, perhaps that's it. But yeah, the wallpaper and the carpet could have done with more detailing. They got quite lazy there. Just repeated the texture and whatever. But yeah, and Snow Life. This one's pretty cute. Isn't technically the most impressive or the most striking. Wonderfully rendered art. They say here, wonderfully rendered art. And then here, this isn't technically the most impressive or most striking. Make up your mind here. Simplicity and bold colours that really make it work. The gorgeous blue hue adds to atmosphere immeasurably. I mean, I prefer the Snowman one to this one. Or the Snow Life one. I suppose I'm sorry that I gendered you there. But yes. I'm not sure what's going on with the tree here. What? Yeah. I'm not sure I've got... Because, like, this seems... Oh, I get it. I think I understand now. The light source is, like, over here. So this tree is casting this shadow on here. This tree is casting this shadow, which I got very confused about where that was coming from. And then this tree over here is casting this shadow over here. Yeah, that's it's more obvious because of the robin and the snowman, or snow person, sorry. All those years of indoctrination. Gosh. But yes. And, yeah. Net Magazine, get wired for sound. I think they've got a bit lazy about their things, because like on previous covers, they've had the wires going directly into the people and all that kind of thing. Here they've just got some wires vaguely in the area of this person who looks like they're playing the guitar naked, and they don't know how to play the guitar. I mean, this is not how you play the guitar. This is more they're just kind of covering their junk and trying to look cool. Thank you very much, Chaos. Martial spirit. Oh, I thought this was going to be like a martial arts thing here. Complete one-on-one beat 'em up for 1 meg chip RAM Amiga. 7 playable characters. Brutal a little bit. Special moves per character. Individual endgame sequences. Wow. Curse my upbringing. And all the people who taught me to gender snow people. Anyway, so got to the thing next issue. Do a drink first. Next issue. Yep. The power of words. There's more to word process than typing word. Using creatively, my word. Plus, next month's exclusive creative cover disc will definitely be worth going down to the newsagents for. Maybe it might be worth a few words, perhaps. It's the frame grabbing thing, we saw that before, and there's the back of the thing here. Now I'm kind of curious. I know this is kind of jumping ahead a bit, maybe spoiling things if you don't want to see whatever the next issue is going to look like. Don't look now. I don't think people mostly care. Look, can he do it? The end in sight for Commodore Saga. I've not quite done that here, but here we go. Wordworth. Here we go. Exclusive and fully functional version of the #1 word processor. We've also got some games here for next time, which I'm actually going to play rather than the thing they've very handily put down here, which is it's Football Manager game. So yeah, it's a bowling game and a puzzler thing. So that's next week. Given health and all that kind of thing. I hope my eyes feel a lot better since at that point. But yeah. So I mean, that was the issue. I mean, I'm surprised we got through that pretty quickly. But then there was less to go through on the cover discs. Less to go through in the news segments and stuff like that. As I say, because of all the news for March of '95 was either boring or not something I'd want to say. And yeah, so there's that. But yeah, and I think this Amiga Format issue was a little bit shorter. I mean, I think it's the same roughly to what it was last time. But yeah, we got through things reasonably fast and whatever. It's just a little bleh. Might actually have hairs or something here as well, or not. I don't know. I think I need a rest anyway. Starly did tell me she was going to be showing up later, but we ran out of things to look at, and I need a rest. So, West, if you'd like to pass on my condolences isn't the right word. Is it? Pass on my my apologies that I'm still not going by the time that she gets back. But obviously, if she wants to see the stream that I've just done, there is that. Please let her know that I have indeed shown off and been using her very nice animated image here. And I hope that is satisfactory. Anyway, yeah, I will find out where I put Fubar. Here we go. We'll play a thing. Well, I'll play a short thing, I think. That one's good. And then I will be on my way. Hopefully, as I say, hopefully by Friday. Well, what are you doing? Let me actually go into that. So yeah, this skipping ahead even more. Sunday, obviously all this health promoting and stuff like that. But Sunday should be looking at some Minecraft things. Apologies, I couldn't do Sunday just gone. But as I said, my eyes were worse than this. So yeah. Yeah, so I've seen some Minecraft stuff. I do probably some more building stuff and whatever. But this is kind of what I'm working on at the moment. Whilst I've had like busy stuff and then just having no energy and being ill and all that kind of thing as well. It's just I want to feel a bit better so I can do things. Thank you, and not just the things I have to do. Be nice. Anyhow, Friday. Yeah, we should be getting back to bug snacks, shouldn't we? So hopefully I'll be able to stream, and hopefully Starly and everybody else will be able to round for that, because I think people were enjoying bug snacks. It was pretty fun, so we can continue playing that. Maybe see the end of it. I think I looked into the how long to beat. We might be able to see the end of it. We might not be able to, depending on how much I faff around and stuff like that. But we shall see. Anyhow, I need to be going on my way and stuff like that. So thank you all for dropping by, and I think we should end my session. That's okay, cool. As I said, I looked at the how long to beat thing, but yeah, no problem. And thank you very much for dropping by. And sorry, I'm just blur, but obviously I can't do anything about that. Bye, everybody. Bye.